Hello, everybody, and welcome to Control City Freak. My name is Todd, and I am happy to be here with you today. Appreciate your support for all the subscriptions and likes, and if you like the videos, like and subscribe. Today, we are talking about Interstate 29, one near and dear to my heart. We finally get to the Midwest. We're getting to 4 states that we have not talked about yet before, with Missouri, Iowa, South Dakota, and North Dakota. And we see I-29 kind of follows 3 rivers for the most part, follows the Missouri River, the Big Sioux, and then the Red River of the North. So today we're going to talk about 29 northbound. We start in Kansas City's famed Alphabet Loop. I-29, like finding the headwaters of the Mississippi, is a bit tough, so let's look all the way around. This is, you can see from the arrow here, US 71, the Bruce R. Watkins Boulevard going north into the loop. And we see there is no control city for I-29 here. The only control city we see, 670-35 for Kansas, which, while it is a control state, that's a great control state to pick because, well, it's my home state, and because 670 is getting you to 70, so it's going to Wyandotte County and then on to Topeka, while 35 is taking you to Johnson County and on to Wichita. So really everywhere in Kansas you can get to by following that exit. Next, we see the southwest corner of the loop. This is on 670 heading into the southwestern interchange. And now we get north 2935 Des Moines. That's interesting. I-29 doesn't go anywhere near Des Moines. Further down at the end of 670 at the southeastern interchange of the Alphabet Loop, now we get 2935 north for St. Joseph and Des Moines. So we do get a control city for 29 now with St. Joseph. Here we go into the northwest interchange of the Alphabet Loop, and we do not see I-29 signed at all yet. We just see North 35 Des Moines and 70 East continuing with the ramp for South 35 Wichita. And then here we are at the northeast corner of this loop, and we get a North 2935 St. Joseph Des Moines. Joplin sign there is a reference to I-49, which is brand new. And finally, here we are exiting the Alphabet Loop on what really is probably 29's more true headwaters, West 70, with the straight ahead traffic going toward 29 and 35, although it is listed as an exit only, even though it is the straight direction. Finally, out of the Alphabet Loop, we get our first reassurance shield for I-29 along with I-35. Although, is this really I-29? Well, here we see the split with I-29 and I-35, and I-35 is treated like the mainline road, with I-29 being the one exiting. Here we go to I-29 North St. Joseph instead of 29 North KCI Airport in St. Joseph, with the exit for the airport and for 435. Soon beyond the airport, we get our first mileage sign, and it's St. Joseph 26, Highway U, Highway E4. St. Joseph, I don't really know if that's really a great control city to pick. It's really quite close to Kansas City. Of course, if you're just going to sign Council Bluffs as the next control city, then St. Joseph makes perfect sense. So here's where 229 goes into downtown St. Joseph, and I-29 is now signed for Council Bluffs. I decided to take 229 through town. 229 through downtown St. Joseph is definitely an odd duck. You've got this riverfront double-decker elevated freeway here through downtown St. Joseph. Notice all the traffic. Yeah, none. I don't know why they built it this way. It's really weird. It's like they're thinking St. Joseph, Missouri is going to be the next San Francisco or the next St. Louis. Going north out of St. Joseph, we now have Council Bluffs 114. Council Bluffs remains our primary control city through the rest of Missouri. They stick with it on the Iowa side. Here we meet 80, so we get 80 west, 29 north, Omaha, Sioux City. So Council Bluffs kind of goes away briefly here. Here we have the perspective on I-80 of that interchange with 80 west for Omaha. and North 29, West 80 for Council Bluffs. Huh? That's weird. 80 West and 80 West going to two different places. I do feel a little bad for Omaha because it's so much bigger of a city than Council Bluffs. Council Bluffs is more or less a suburb of Omaha now, and Omaha has been the larger city since the Civil War. Yet, because 3 of the 4 approaches to Omaha are in Iowa, they're all signed for Council Bluffs. Here's the reason why we had such weird signage. We have got a local express thing going in Council Bluffs. 3 lanes of traffic, and then a barrier, and then another 3 lanes of traffic. 12 lanes of traffic going in each direction through Council Bluffs, like this is the New Jersey Turnpike or the Dan Ryan. This feels severely overbuilt to me. I don't know. I've never been to Council Bluffs, so I can't say for sure. Here we're getting our split for 29 North Sioux City. It's a fine choice for 29 here. Get an exit for 480 to downtown Omaha, 29 North Sioux City. We meet 680. 680 is signed for North Omaha, and now all of a sudden 29 is signed for Des Moines. That's a little weird because 680 is going to Des Moines. Now we've got Missouri Valley, 14, Sioux City, 86, Des Moines, 131. So Sioux City and Des Moines both signed there. And now we split with 680 to Des Moines because 680 will meet back with 80, 29 North Sioux City. In Sioux City, no surprise here, 29 is now signed north for Sioux Falls, South Dakota, the largest city in South Dakota. And within Sioux Falls, we meet I-90. We get 2 good control cities and Albert Lee. 29 north for Fargo, far and away the largest city in North Dakota, so definitely a sensible place to be signed for. A mileage sign along the way, we see 2 Highway 34, Madison 30, Fargo 218. Grand Forks has got to be the pick here. Grand Forks is the home of University of North Dakota. It's one of the bigger cities in North Dakota. And, you know, there's just not a whole lot up on 29 north of here in the northern plains of North Dakota. So now we see Grand Forks 37. Within Grand Forks, we take a real swing. We got 29 North Winnipeg. I like this sign a lot. I think this is a great choice. There really isn't anything north of here on I-29. No cities of any consequence. And Winnipeg is a very large city. Grafton 33, Winnipeg 122, Pembina 11. Pembina is about as far north as we can go in the US on I-29. Canadian Customs coming up, so we'll sign it in French as well. Why not? This is hard to see, but this is saying that this is the duty-free where you can turn in there. I remember this because I actually went to that duty-free on my way on this road. In 2002, I did a road trip all over the US, coast to coast, Canada to Mexico, the whole thing. It was awesome. And I ended up here at the Canadian Customs border, going into Canada, going on this road on I-29 with plans to go to Winnipeg after changing my $40 for Canadian dollars. Unfortunately, the Canadian Customs did not like the cut of my jib for whatever reason, and so I got to go into this building in secondary when I was trying to cross the border that we saw before. So I got to spend a little bit of time right here, about a mile into Canada and right past the northern end of I-29. And to find out what happened, did I make it to Winnipeg, you'll have to tune in next time when we talk about southbound I-29 here on Control City Freak. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, please like. Thanks guys. My name is Todd. Keep on trucking.